Hello students, this is grade 10 physics class chapter 12 electricity. In previous video class we have seen what is resistance. Am I right? Yes. As well as we have seen some numericals to find out the resistance value. Is it clear? Yes. In this session we are going to start our next topic. What is that? Next topic. In order to start our next topic we must recall what are the things we have seen in previous video class. Is it clear students? Yes. Actually in previous video class we have seen resistance. Is it clear? Yes, resistance. What is resistance, sir? You tell me, what is a resistance? Yes. The collisions, the opposition to flow of electrons are called, what is that? That is resistance. That is resistance. Is it clear? Yes. Something which is resist or oppose the flow of electrons, that is resistance. Actually, so what is that something? That is the collisions between the electrons as well as between the protons, then some other impurities, which means foreign atoms. That is called resistance. Am I right? Yes. So resistance is a property of a conductor which oppose the flow of electrons. That is called resistance. Every conductor, note this point, every conductor has resistance value. That resistance values differ from one conductor to another conductor. That's not a matter. Is it clear, students? Yes. So these collisions, opposition to flow of electrons are called resistance. Is it clear? That is resistance. Isn't it? Yes. If the resistance increases, current value will decrease. Am I right? Yes. If the resistance increases, current value will decrease because current is inversely proportional to resistance. Current is inversely proportional to resistance. If the resistance value decreases, current value will increase, which means if the number of collisions increases, current value will decrease. If the number of collisions decreases, the current value will increases. Is it clear? Yes. So this resistance always inversely proportional to current. Is it clear, students? Yes. Okay, the last class we have seen up to this, isn't it? Yes. In this session we are going to start a next topic. What is that? Next topic, that is factors affecting resistance. What is that? Factors affecting resistance. Factors affecting resistance. It's a new topic. Okay, so in this session we will discuss about this new topic, that is factors affecting resistance. Is it clear, students? Yes. So look at here. At home we use different kinds of electrical gadgets or electrical appliances, okay, such as a TV, refrigerator, air conditioner, microwave oven, then fan, the laptop adapter, mobile charger, mixie grinder, and so many things we use every day at home. Am I right or wrong? Yes. Do you think these all electrical appliances require same amount of current? No, that's not possible. Okay, for example, the fan requires less amount of current, whereas the microwave oven requires more amount of current. Am I right? Yes. The mobile phone charger requires less amount of current, whereas the refrigerator requires more amount of current. Is it clear? Yes. This mixer grinder needs, which means requires more amount of current, whereas this electrical bulb requires less amount of current. So all electrical appliances do not require same amount of current. The different electrical appliances require different amount of current. Am I right or wrong? Yes. Because that is depend on their capacity, that power consuming capacity. Is it clear? Yes. But, note this point, but in India, the government, especially the electricity board, provides 220 volt to every single house. How much voltage? 220 volts for every single house, which means the electricity board provides 220 potential difference, which means voltage in India, each and every single house. Okay, so in India every single house having a potential difference, that is 220 volt. How much? 220 volt. Yes. Already we know, according Ohm's law, if voltage level increases, current gets increased. Am I right? Yes. If voltage value increases, current gets increases. So in India, the electricity board provides, each and every single house, the electricity board provides how much voltage? 220 voltage. So 220 voltage is a bigger voltage. So if the voltage level increases, correspondingly the current level should increase. Am I right? Yes. So already we know, at home we use different kinds of electrical appliances. These different kinds of electrical appliances require a different amount of current. But the electricity board provides in each and every single house in India, that is 220 volt. Am I right? How much? 220 volt. So correspondingly the current value also should increase. Am I right or wrong? Correspondingly the current value also should increase. Am I right or wrong? Yes. Yes. But some electrical appliances require less amount of current, whereas some electrical appliances require more amount of current. So different electrical appliances require different amount of current. Am I right? Yes. Then how can we control the current values, sir? That is very big question. Am I right? How can we control the current value in a circuit, especially in each and every house in India? How can we control? Yes. By changing, know this point, by changing the resistance value, we can control the current value. How it is possible, sir? You may ask me how it is possible. That is possible because already we know resistance is inversely proportional to current. If the resistance value increases, current gets decreased. If the resistance value decreases, current gets increased. Am I right or wrong? Yes, obviously that is right. So we can control the current value by changing the resistance. Am I right or wrong? Yes. So let's get started. So let's start with the example. You look at here. Consider electric circuit. Is it clear? Yes. Consider this setup is placed. The circuit is placed, configured at home. Okay. Yes. So TV is connected here, TV or fan, whatever it is, TV, then microwave oven, this is refrigerator, what is it? This is refrigerator, and this is electric bulb. What is this? This is electric bulb. Is it clear? Yes. Yes, this is a positive terminal, this is a negative terminal. Okay, students, yes, listen here. At home we use different kinds of electrical appliances. We use mixer grinder, then microwave oven, fan, refrigerator, televisions, radios, whatever it is. So many electrical appliances we use every day at home. Is it clear? Yes. But in India's every single house having the potential difference to functioning the electrical gadget, that is 220 volt. How much volt? Just 220 voltage in India. Okay, each and every single house having that much of potential difference. Is it clear? Yes. So look at here. So we supply 220 voltage through these all electrical appliances. Am I right? Yes. Look at here. The TV requires less amount of current. Whereas the microwave oven requires more amount of current. Am I right? Yes. This refrigerator requires more amount of current. Yes, the refrigerator requires more amount of current, whereas the bulb requires less amount of current. What is that? Less amount of current. So different electrical appliances require different amount of current, but voltage is constant. Look at here, but voltage is constant. In India, each and every single house having the same voltage, that is 220 volt. So according Ohm's law, V is directly proportional to I. So if potential difference increases, correspondingly the current should increase. The current should increase. Am I right? Yes. Here 220 voltage is a bigger amount of potential difference. It's a much more amount of potential difference. So if the potential difference value increases, corresponding the current value should increase. Am I right? Corresponding the current value should increase. But this TV requires less amount of current, whereas the microwave oven requires more amount of current. This refrigerator requires more amount of current, whereas the bulb requires less amount of current. But here voltage is constant. In India, each and every house, every single house for domestic usage of India, the voltage is constant, that is a 220 volt. What is that? 220 volt. Voltage is constant, but how can we change the current value, sir? That is very big question. How can we change this current value? Because different electrical appliances having different, requires different amount of current. If, note this point, if the TV, note this point, if the TV consumes more amount of current as that of microwave oven, it will burst out. It will burst out. Yes. Here, if the bulb requires, which means consumes more amount of current as that of refrigerator, the bulb, electric bulb will burst out. Burst out. Am I right? Yes. So the different electrical appliances requires different current value, but voltage is constant. No, this point, but voltage is constant. Then how can we change the current value, sir? That is very big question. How can we change the current value, sir? By changing the resistance value. By changing the resistance value, we can change the current flowing through our circuit. Current flowing through a circuit, because resistance is inversely proportional to I. Or otherwise we can write I is inversely proportional to resistance. Know this point. Both are same meaning. No problem at all. Okay. So current is inversely proportional to resistance. So if the resistance value increases, current value decreases. If the resistance value decreases, current value increases. So in a circuit, note this point, in a circuit, the current value is depend on, what is that? Potential difference as well as resistance. I mean potential difference as well as resistance, because according to Ohm's law, V equal to IR. I which is equal to V by R. I is equal to V by R. So in a circuit, the current value is depend on potential difference and resistance. Am I right? Yes. But here, in each and every house, the electrical circuit, the potential difference is constant. That is 220 volt. That is never change. That is never change. If you have doubt, you notice in your electricity box, the electric board box, every single house having the electric board that meter that will be there. Okay, if you have doubt, you check that. Okay, yes. So now look at here. In the circuit, the current is depend on two factors. First one potential difference. Second one is the resistance. Here, each and every single home, the potential difference is constant. That is 220 volt. The potential difference never change at home. Is it clear? Yes. Then how can we change this current value, sir? By changing this resistance value. On this point, by changing this resistance value, we can change the current value. We can change the current value, because note this point, current is inversely proportional to resistance. What is that? Current which is inversely proportional to resistance. So if the resistance value increases, current value decreases. If the resistance value decreases, current value increases. Is it clear? Yes. So by changing the resistance value, we can change current flowing through a circuit. Is it clear, students? Yes. Look at here, but in my previous class, I thought the R is constant, sir. Am I right? Yes. According to Ohm's law, this R is constant. What is constant? So constant means nothing but we cannot change that. We cannot change that. That is constant. That is constant value. Then how can we change the resistance value, sir? Because R is resistance. So we here, just now we have discussed, by changing the resistance value, we can change the current value, but resistance is constant, sir. Then how can we change the resistance, sir? We can change the resistance. Okay, geometrically, note this point. Geometrically, we can change the resistance. So what is the geometrical, sir? Geometrical means nothing but the structure of a conductor, the structure of a wire, that is called the geometrical. That is called geometrical. So it may be length, thickness, whatever it is, that is geometrical. So by changing the geometrical shape of the conductor, we can change the resistance value. We can change the resistance value. That is factors affecting resistance. That is factors affecting resistance. Is that clear? Is that clear or not? Very easy. Understand? Yes. Look at here. I repeat again. At home, we use different kinds of electrical appliances such as a TV, refrigerator, fan, air conditioner, the mobile phone chargers, microwave oven, and so many things. These all electrical appliances do not require same amount of current. What is the same amount of current? So different electrical appliances require different amount of current. Am I right or wrong? Yes. But in India, the electricity board, the government provides us 220 volt. The government provides, which means electricity board provides 220 volt, that is constant for each and every house in India. In India. Is it clear? Yes. Look at here, the different electrical appliances connected like this in a circuit. A TV is there, microwave oven, refrigerator, and bulb is there. The all electrical appliances connected with the potential difference. Potential difference, yes. So the government provides us the constant potential difference for each and every house in India, that is 220 volt. So potential difference never change. Potential difference never change. Am I right? Yes. So according to Ohm's law, V directly proportional to I. Isn't it? Yes. So if the potential difference value increases, current value also increase. Am I right? Yes. So look at here. So the potential difference V voltage value is 220, that is common for each and every single house, isn't it? Yes. But the electrical appliances require less amount of electrical appliances requires a different amount of current. Different amount of current. Yes. The TV requires less amount of current. The microwave oven requires more amount of current. The bulb requires less amount of current, whereas the refrigerator requires more amount of current. So different electrical appliances require different amount of current. Am I right? Yes. But the voltage is constant. If the voltage is 220, correspondingly the current value should increase. Am I right? Correspondingly current value should increase, but different electrical appliances require different amount of current. Then how can we change the current value in the circuit? That is very big question. How can we change the current flowing through our circuit? How can we change? Yes, by changing the resistance value. By changing the resistance value, we can change the current. Because what is resistance? What is resistance? The opposition to flow of electrons is called resistance. So the resistance opposes the flow of electrons. If the resistance opposes the flow of electrons, current value should decrease. The current value should decrease because the flow of electrons is called current. So this resistance opposes the flow of electrons, due to which current value will decrease. So by changing the resistance value, we can change the current value. Am I right? We can change the current value. So the current is inversely proportional to resistance. So if the resistance increases, which means number of collision increases, current value decreases. If the resistance decreases, current value increases. Is it clear, students? Yes. But according to Ohm's law, R is constant, sir. According to Ohm's law, R is constant. Am I right? Yes. Constant mean what is that? That is never change. The R value never change. Then R is resistance, and how can we change the resistance value, sir? You may ask me. Okay, look at here. R is constant. I agree that R is constant. By changing the geometrical shape, note this point. By changing the geometrical shape or structure of a conductor, we can change the resistance value. We can change the resistance value because resistance of a conductor is depend on some geometrical value, some geometrical structure. So what is it, sir? It may be length, or it may be thickness, it may be nature, and whatever it is. That is we are going to discuss in this session with the topic of factors affecting resistance. What is that? Factors affecting resistance. Is it clear, students? That's a very easy one. Please try to understand my concept, what I'm telling you. So what is the factors, sir? How does the factor affecting resistance in a circuit? That is next question. That is next one. Is it clear? Yes. Note this point. So next we are going to see what is that? The factors affecting resistance. What is that? Factors affecting resistance. So resistance of a conductor which depend on some factors, which depends on some geometrical structure. That is the factors affecting resistance of the conductor. Of the conductor. Is it clear? Yes. So the resistance of a conductor which is depend on some factors. Some factors. So what are they? That is very big question. What are they? First one, the length of a conductor. First one, length of the conductor. Very, very important question. Listen carefully. The first factor which is affecting the resistance of a conductor is length. What is that? Length. Yes. Second one, what is that, sir? That is area of cross section. Area of cross section of the conductor. Of the conductor, or generally we say that is thickness. That is thickness of the conductor. Is it clear? Yes. Third one, what is that, sir? That is nature of the conductor. That is nature of the conductor. Yes. Third one, this is fourth one. What is that, sir? Fourth one, that is temperature of the conductor. Temperature of the conductor. Fourth one, temperature of the conductor. So they all are factor which is affecting the resistance value in a circuit, in an electric circuit. Is it clear, students? First one, length of the conductor. What is that? First one, length of the conductor, and second one, area of cross section of the conductor, or generally we say that is thickness of the conductor. Thickness of the conductor, yes. And third one, nature of the conductor. What is that? Third one, nature of the conductor. So every conductor has nature, basically nature, okay? Yes. And fourth one, temperature of the conductor. Fourth one is that? Temperature of the conductor. So look at here. So they all are factor which is affecting the resistance value in the circuit. In the circuit, electric circuit. Is it clear, students? Yes. So by changing, note this point, by changing the length of a conductor, we can change the resistance value in circuit. Okay, note this point. By changing the length of a conductor, we can change the resistance value in the electric circuit. Second one, by changing the area of cross section of the conductor, or otherwise we can say by changing the thickness of the conductor, we can change the resistance value. We can change the resistance value. And third one, nature of the conductor. Okay, what is the nature of the conductor? By changing the conductor itself, note this point, by changing the conductor itself, we can change the resistance value. We can change the resistance value, yes. And fourth one, by changing the temperature of the conductor, we can change the resistance value. We can change the resistance value. So these all are factor which is affecting the resistance value in a electric circuit. In a electric circuit. Okay, first one, length of a conductor. Second one, area of cross section of a conductor. Third one, nature of the conductor. And fourth one, temperature of the conductor. So note this point, resistance of a conductor is depend on these four factors. These four factors. First one, length of a conductor. Second one, area of cross section of the conductor, which means thickness of the conductor. Third one, nature of the conductor. Fourth one, temperature of the conductor. So by changing these all factors, note this point, by changing these all factors, we can change the resistance value in an electric circuit. We can change the current value, because already we know resistance is inversely proportional to current. So by changing the resistance value, we can control the current flowing through the circuit. Current flowing through the circuit. So in a circuit, in an electric circuit, the current value is depend on these all factors. Okay. first one is potential difference. Here potential difference is constant. Okay, in house, each and every house, potential difference is constant. Okay, yes. By keeping the potential difference, by keeping the potential difference constant, how can we change the resistance value? By changing the length of a conductor, by changing the area of cross section of the conductor, by changing the nature of the conductor. Fourth one, by changing the temperature of the conductor. Temperature of the conductor. Is that clear? Yes, that's all very easy one. Don't get confusion. Okay, yes. Let's see one by one how the resistance value, resistance of a conductor changed by length of a conductor. Next, area of cross section, nature and temperature. We will see one by one. Is it clear, students? Yes. So look at here. I don't have space here, so I need to rub this. You note down in your classwork note neatly. Okay, students, just pause the video and note down these all things in your classwork note, because these all are very, very important one. Okay, yes. So let's get started with the first one, length of a conductor. What is that? Yes, length of the conductor. So now we are going to see how does the length of a conductor affecting the resistance of the conductor. First one, what is that? First one, length of the conductor. First one, what is that? Yes, that is length of a conductor. So now we are going to start. How does the length of the conductor affecting the resistance value? Affecting the resistance value. Is it clear, students? Yes, that is first one. Let's get started. Okay, yes. To understand that, how does the length of a conductor affecting the resistance value in a circuit? Is it clear? Yes. To understand that, we need some example. Okay, so let's start with an example. Okay, consider two pipe. The water flowing pipe. Okay, yes, this is pipe 1. Yes, this is pipe 2. This is pipe 2. On this point, consider two pipe, the water flowing pipe. Yes, look at here. This is pipe 1 and this is pipe 2. This is pipe 2. Is it clear, students? Yes. The pipe 1 length is 10 meter. On this point, pipe 1 length is 20 meter. 20 meters. Okay, look at here. Now we are going to see the length of a conductor. How does the length of a conductor affecting the resistance value in a circuit? Is it clear, students? Yes. To understand that, let's start with an example. First, you consider two water flowing pipe, the PVC pipes, whatever it is. Yes. So this is pipe 1 and this is pipe 2. Yes. The pipe 1 length is 10 meters. This is pipe 1. The pipe 1 length is 10 meters. This is pipe 2. The pipe 2 length is 20 meters. How much? 20 meters. Is it clear? Yes. Here, which pipe is more lengthy? That is obviously pipe 2. Pipe 2 length is 20 meters. So it has more length. Is it clear? Yes. Look at here. Now consider water flowing through both of the pipes. Look at here. Now you consider water is flowing through both of the pipes like this. Water is flowing both of the pipe, even in pipe 1 as well as pipe 2. Is it clear? Yes. This is water. Okay, you just consider that is water. So water is flowing. Yes. Water is flowing. Is it clear, students? Yes. Now this point. So this pipe length less length. Yes, because this is just 10 meters. Yes, this pipe length more. Yes, this pipe length more. Is it clear? Yes. But both pipe thickness is same. Note this point, both pipe thickness, the area of cross section is same. Is it clear, students? Yes. Note this point, you consider two pipes. This is pipe 1, this is pipe 2. The pipe 1 length is 10 meters, whereas the pipe 2 length is 20 meters. The both pipe area of cross section, which means thickness, is same. Okay, yes. Look at here. So first one is less length pipe and second one is more length pipe. Okay, students? Yes. Now consider, you just imagine the water is flowing through it. The water is flowing through it. Okay, even in pipe 1 as well as in pipe 2. Okay, so water is flowing both the pipe. Is it clear? Yes. Look at here. So when the water is flowing through the pipes, there will be friction. Am I right? Yes. There will be friction between the water and this wall of the pipe. Am I right? Yes. This is inner wall of the pipe. Yes. So look at here. This is inner wall of the pipe. This is also inner wall of the pipe. Inner wall of the pipe. Am I right or wrong? Yes. So look at here. So when the water is flowing through the both pipe, there will be friction. There will be friction between the water and this wall of the pipe, which means inner surface of the pipe. Am I right or wrong? Yes. Obviously there will be friction between the water and this wall of the pipes. Is it clear, students? Yes. Keep this concept in your mind. Next I am going to ask one question. In which pipe, on this point, in which pipe the friction will be more? In which pipe friction will be more? Either a 10 meter one or 20 meter one. You tell me. You tell me. I'll give few seconds. Yes. Obviously, in 20 meter pipe, there will be more friction. What is that? There will be more friction. Why, sir? Why? Why? Because the pipe 2 length is 20 meter. Note this point, the pipe 2 length is 20 meter, whereas the pipe 1 length is 10 meters, just 10 meters. So in pipe 2 there will be more friction compared than the pipe 1 because of length is less. First pipe length is less. Am I right or wrong? Length is less. So here there will be more friction. I'll write here. Yes, more friction. More friction. Here also. Sorry, less friction. Sorry, less friction. Here, more friction. Here, more friction. Am I right? Yes. Note this point. Here, the friction opposes the water flowing. Am I right or wrong? Yes. Already we know the frictional force always opposes the motion of a body. Motion of the body. Yes. Here the water is flowing through the pipe, so the frictional force opposes the water flowing. Am I right or wrong? Water flowing. Yes. In which, note this point, in which pipe having more friction? Obviously that is a 20 meter one. Obviously that is 20 meter one. So the 20 meter pipe has more friction, whereas the 10 meter pipe has less friction because the pipe 2 length is more, pipe 1 length is less. So if the length is more, there will be more friction. There will be more resistance to flow of water. Am I right or wrong? Yes. If the length is less, there will be less friction, which means less resistance to oppose the flow of flow of water here, flow of electron. Is it clear? Yes. Same this concept. Okay, same this concept put in terms of conductor. Put in terms of conductor. Is it clear, students? Yes. Note this point. I'll repeat again. Pipe 1 length is 10 meter, pipe 2 length is 20 meter. Okay? Yes. So pipe 1 length is less, pipe 2 length is more. Pipe 2 length is more. Is it clear? Yes. You just consider water is flowing through the both pipe. Water is flowing through the both pipe, even in pipe 1 as well as pipe 2. So when the water is flowing through the both pipe, there will be friction. Note this point. There will be friction between the water and this wall of the pipe, which means inner surface of the pipe. Am I right or wrong? Yes. So friction will be there as well as here. Is it clear? Yes. Next question is, in which pipe the friction will be more, whether the 10 meter one or 20 meter one? Obviously the friction will be more in 20 meter one, because this pipe 20 meter pipe length is more compared than the 10 meter one. So obviously the friction will be more, because here the friction is happen on this point, the friction is happen till 20 meter, but in first one the friction is happen till 10 meter. So obviously here, on this point, obviously here the friction will be more. As well as there is another one reason. Look at here water flowing amount is less in first pipe, whereas the water flowing amount is more in second pipe. So obviously there will be more amount of friction. There are two concepts are there. Is it clear? Yes. Note this point. Finally come to the concept. If the length is less, note this point. If the length is less, friction is less. Am I right? If the length of a pipe is less, and the friction will be less. If the length of the pipe is more, the friction will be more. Is it clear? The same concept. Take the same concept and put in conductor. Is it clear? Yes. With the help of this same example, now I am going to clear the concept in terms of conductor. Yes. You consider two wire. Or conductor, we can say. It's a copper wire. Copper wire is a good conductor. Yes. Connect the copper wire along with battery. Yes. Consider another one copper wire. Another one copper wire here. Connect the second copper wires along with battery. Battery, yes. Free electrons will be there. More free electrons will be there. Am I right or wrong? Yes. So here also millions and trillions amount of free electrons will be there. These are electrons. You can say these are electrons. Know this point. First you consider this is also copper wire. Plus minus. Yes. This copper wire length is 10 meter and this copper wire length is 20 meter. Okay. Yes. Look at here. So this copper wire length is less. This copper wire length is more. Okay, students, listen here, students. Consider two copper wire. This is copper wire 1 and this is copper wire 2. The first copper wire length is 10 meter. Whereas the second copper wire length is 20 meters. How much? 20 meters. Yes. Connect the both copper wires along with this battery. Already we know battery which is used to produce a potential difference, which means voltage. Is it clear, students? Yes. You apply 2 volt potential difference across the two terminals of the conductor. Okay, you apply on this point. You apply 2 volt potential difference across the two terminals of the two ends of the conductor. Okay, even first case also potential difference 2 volt. Second case also potential difference 2 volt. Is it clear? Yes. But the first copper wire length is 10 meter, whereas the second copper wire length is 20 meter. First one is 10 meter, second one is 20 meter. So second copper wire length is more compared than first one. First copper wire length is less compared than second one. Is it clear, students? Yes. Know this point. When the potential difference is applied, know this point, very, very important one. When the potential difference is applied across the two terminals of this conductor, what will happen? The electrons will start flow. The electron will start flow from one part of the conductor to another part of the conductor. Am I right? Yes. So when the electron starts moving from one part of the conductor to another part of the conductor, there will be collision. That collision is called resistance. Already we know very well. That collision is called resistance. Am I right or wrong? Yes. Look at here. So here also the electrons will start flow from one part of the conductor to another part of the conductor. So there will be collision. There will be collision. There will be the collision between the electrons and protons and neutrons, and electrons and other foreign atoms. Is it clear, students? Yes. So that collision is called resistance. Am I right or wrong? The collision is called resistance. Yes. Next, I am going to ask one question. This is conductor 1. This is conductor 2. Okay. Yes. In which, note this point. In which conductor resistance will be more, which means the collision will be more, you tell me. Okay, in which conductor the collision will be more, which means the resistance will be more, you tell me. Whether the 10 meter one or 20 meter one? Obviously 20 meter one. Obviously, what is that? 20 meter one. Why, sir? Why in 20 meter pipe length, 20 meter pipe, the resistance will be more? Why? What is the reason, sir? Because look at here, this is 10 meter lengthy pipe, this is 20 meter lengthy pipe. Is it clear? Yes. The number of electrons, note this point, the number of electrons present in 20 meter pipe is more than the number of electrons present in 10 meter pipe. 10 meter pipe, because length is more. The 20 meter pipe length is more compared than 10 meter pipe. So obviously the number of electrons present in the 20 meter one conductor is more compared than the number of electrons present in 10 meter lengthy wire. Am I right or wrong? Yes. So when we connect the both conductors along with the battery or any other potential different source, in 10 meter one the resistance will be less. In 20 meter wire the resistance will be more. Is it clear? Yes. Because here length is more, the collision also more. Here length is less, the collision also less. The collision is called resistance. Am I right? Yes. So here resistance less, here resistance more. Am I right or wrong? The same phenomena happens here. Because look at here, this 20 meter pipe, the second pipe's length is more, this first pipe's length is less, so there will be more friction, there will be less friction. Whereas here also the 20 meter lengthy conductor wire length is more, the 20 meter conductor length is more, whereas the 10 meter conductor length is less. So here there will be more friction in lengthy wire, there will be friction means nothing but resistance. So there will be less resistance in 10 meter pipe. Is it clear, students? Yes. Look at here. Now come to the concept. If the length is more, resistance will be more. Am I right? Yes. If the length of a conductor is more, then the resistance will be more. If the length of a conductor is less, then the resistance will be less. Yes, obviously. So we can write on this point, resistance is directly proportional to length of the conductor. Okay, look at here. I'll write here. I'll rub this pipe concept because I don't have space. Note this point. Look at here. Resistance is directly proportional to length of the conductor. Am I right? Yes. Length of the conductor. Yes. Actually, what is directly proportional, sir? What is directly proportional? So if one quantity increases, corresponding another quantity should increase. That is directly proportional. Am I right? Yes. Look at here. Here the length increases, correspondingly resistance also increases. Am I right? Yes. So the length increases, corresponding the resistance also increases. Come to first one. Here the length is short, that is 10 meter. So here length decreases, correspondingly resistance also decreases. So length decreases, correspondingly resistance also decreases. That's all. Very easy one. So we can write resistance denoted by letter R, capital R, is directly proportional to length small l. Okay, R which is directly proportional to L, which means the resistance of the conductor. Note this point, sorry. The resistance is directly proportional to length of the conductor. If the length of the conductor increases, resistance also increases. If the length of the conductor decreases, the resistance also decreases. That's all. Very easy one. Is it clear, students? Yes, very easy. Okay, I'll repeat again. First factor, what is that? The factors affecting resistance. First one, length of the conductor. Length of the conductor. Yes, you just consider two conducting wires, copper wire. I have taken copper wire for my convenience. Okay, students, yes. This is copper wire 1, this is copper wire 2. The copper wire 1 length is 10 meters. 10 meters, yes. The copper wire 2 length is 20 meters. Yes. Here, which copper wire length is more? Obviously, the copper wire 2. This copper wire length is more because its length is 20 meter. First one length is 10 meters. Is it clear, students? Yes. Note this point. So already we know the conductor, each and every conductor has billions and trillions amount of free electrons. Am I right? Yes. So this conductor also has free electron, this conductor also has free electrons, isn't it? Yes. Look at here. Connect these two conductors along with the battery. Yes, battery, here also battery. So battery which is used to produce potential difference, which means supply voltage. Is it clear? Yes. So first conductor length is less, second conductor length is more. Yes. In which pipe? Note this point, sorry, not a pipe, conductor. In which conductor electrons quantity is more? Note this point. In which conductor the number of electrons present is more? Whether 10 meter one or 20 meter one? Yes, that is obviously 20 meter one, because the 20 meter lengthy conducting wire, 20 meter wire is length is more. To 20 meter wire length is more, whereas the 10 meter wire length is less. So obviously the number of electron present in the 20 meter one is more, whereas 10 meter one is less. Is it clear? Yes. Note this point. So the both conductors connected with along with the battery. Yes. So when the potential difference is applied, note this point. When the potential difference is applied, 2 volt, okay, potential difference is same in both cases. When the potential difference is applied, what will happen? The electron will start moving from one part of the conductor to another part of the conductor. Here also one part of the conductor to another part of the conductor. Yes. So when the electrons flowing from one part of the conductor to another part of the conductor, there will be collision. Am I right? There will be collision. Is it clear? Yes. So here, in which conducting wire will have more resistance, which means more collision? Which conductor? Either 10 meter one or 20 meter one? Yes, obviously that is 20 meter one, because in 20 meter conducting wire having maximum more amount of free electrons compared than first one. Okay, both conductor area of cross section is same, the thickness is same. Okay, but the 20 meter conducting wire will have more resistance, because the number of electron present in the 20 meter conducting wire is more, whereas number of electrons present in the 10 meter wire is less, due to which there will be more here there will be more resistance, there will be less resistance. So note this point. So if the length increases, resistance value also increases. Am I right? Resistance value also increases. Next one, if the length decreases, the resistance value also decreases. Is it clear, students? Yes. So we can write length of a conductor is directly proportional to resistance. So length of the conductor increases, resistance value also increases. Length of the conductor decreases, resistance value also decreases. So obviously we can write R is directly proportional to L. This is very important first formula. This is very, very important one. R is directly proportional to L. Is it clear, students? Yes, very easy one. Okay. Yes. This is first one. So length of a conductor is completed. Length of the conductor is completed. Is it clear? Yes. So we have seen how does the length of the conductor affecting the resistance in a circuit, isn't it? Yes. So if the length is more, resistance will be more. If the length is less, resistance will be less. Next, what is that, sir? Second one, what is that? Second one, that is, what is that? Second one, that is, yes, area of cross section of the conductor, or we can, otherwise we can say thickness of the conductor. Second one, area of the conductor. Area of the conductor, or otherwise we can say area of cross section of the conductor, no problem. Conductor, or we can say thickness of the conductor, all are same meaning here. Okay students, this is second one. Okay, so now we are going to see how does the thickness of the conductor affecting resistance. Okay, the thickness of the conductor affecting resistance of a conductor. Is it clear students? Yes. So let's get started. Let's start with an example. Okay, yes. Again you consider two pipe. Again you consider two pipe. Again you consider two pipe. Yes, this is pipe 1. Pipe 1. Yes. This is pipe 2. This is pipe 2. Yes. What is the difference between both the pipes, sir? What is the difference between both the pipe? This is pipe 1 and this is pipe 2. Pipe 2. What is the difference between both pipe? Yes. The first pipe area of thickness, okay, so which means area of cross section, which means thickness is less. Second pipe thickness is more. Yes, look at here, thickness less. Here in second pipe thickness is more. What is more? Thickness is more. Is it clear? Thickness is more. Is it clear students? Yes. Note this point here. Here length same, no problem at all. Length is at 10 meter. Here also 10 meter. Both pipe length is same, but the area of cross section is differ from each other. Area of cross section is differ from each other. Look at here. First you consider two pipe. This is pipe 1, this is pipe 2. The pipe 1 thickness is less, the pipe 2 thickness is more. Pipe 2 thickness is more. Is it clear students? Yes. But both pipe length is same, that is 10 meters, 10 meters, no problem at all. Yes. Now consider through the both pipe water is flowing. Now this point, through the both pipe 1 and pipe 2, water is flowing. Same amount of water is flowing. Look at here. The same amount of water is flowing. Yes. The same amount of water is flowing. Same amount of water is flowing. Same amount of water is flowing. Yes. Same amount of water is flowing. Okay, yes. Look at here. Now I am going to ask a question. In which pipe will have more space to water flow? Note this point. You tell me, which pipe will have more space to water flow? Obviously that is second pipe. Obviously that is second pipe. Am I right or wrong? Yes, because the second pipe thickness is more. Note this point. The second pipe, so the length is changing. Alright, yes. It will be here like this. No problem at all. Okay, look at here. In which pipe will have more space to water flow? That is obviously second pipe. Obviously that is second pipe, because the second pipe thickness is more, so due to which water can flow easily. Alright, water can flow easily from one end to another end. But come to first one. Look at here. Here the first pipe thickness is less. Thickness is less, so due to which here water will face more difficult to flow. Alright, more difficult. Is it clear students? Yes. Next I am going to ask a question on this point. Here, in which pipe friction will be more? In which pipe friction will be more? You tell me. Friction will be more. Yes, obviously the first one, the less thickness pipe, because the first pipe thickness is less, though, so the water is, when the water is flowing through it, there will be friction, more amount of friction compared than second one. Am I right? Yes. Here in first pipe the water is flowing high pressure, with high pressure, due to which the resistance, which means the friction will be more. Okay, what is that? The friction will be more. So in less thickness pipe the friction will be more. So here more friction, here more friction, here less friction. Because, note this point, because this more thickness pipe has more space, am I right? More space to water flowing, to connect the water. Am I right or wrong? Yes, to connect the water. Whereas this less thickness pipe has very less amount of space to water flowing. To water flowing. Am I right? Yes. Look at here. There is more space. There is more space. Is it clear, students? Note this point. First one, what is that? Consider two pipe. This is pipe 1, this is pipe 2. First pipe thickness is less and second pipe thickness is more. Second pipe thickness is more. Is it clear, students? Yes. Look at here. Both pipe. Through the both pipes water is flowing. Through the both pipe water is flowing. That is same amount of water is flowing. Okay, whereas the both pipe length is same. This is 10 meter, that is also 10 meter. But the area of cross section, which means thickness is different from each other. First one thickness is less, second one thickness is more. Isn't it? Yes. So here, through the both pipe water is flowing. Through the both pipe water is flowing. Yes. Here, which pipe will face more friction? That is question. Which pipe will face more friction when the water is flowing through it? Whether the pipe 1 or pipe 2, whether the less thickness pipe or more thickness pipe. Tell me. Yes, obviously the pipe 1, which means less thickness pipe, will face more friction because the pipe 1 thickness is less. So through this pipe 1 the water will flow with high pressure, so due to which there will be more amount of friction between the water and the wall of the pipe. Is it clear, students? Yes. Whereas through the more thickness pipe the water will flow easily because here the space is more. Here the space is more to flow the waters. So in more thickness pipe water will flow easily because here space is more to water flowing. So there will be less amount of friction. There will be less amount of friction. Is that clear? Yes. Note this point. So if the thickness decreases, friction increases. Am I right? If the thickness decreases, friction increases. If the thickness increases, friction decreases. Friction decreases. Am I right or wrong? Yes. This less thickness pipe will have more friction, whereas the more thickness pipe will have less friction. Less friction, obviously. Yes. Same this concept. Note this point. Take the same concept, put in conductor. Put in conductor. Is it clear, students? Yes. Consider the two conducting wire. Consider the two conducting wire. This is wire 1 and this is wire 2. This is wire 2. Isn't it? Yes. This is wire 2. Okay? Yes. Conducting wire. So this is also conducting wire. Is it clear, students? Yes. So connect the two ends of the conductors along with the battery. Yes, here also connect the two ends of the conductors along with the battery. Yes. The battery produces potential difference, already we know very well. The battery produces potential differences. Am I right? Yes. Look at here. This is conductor, conducting wire 1. This is conducting wire 2. So 1. This first conducting wire thickness is less. Can you see clearly? Yes. The first conducting wire thickness is less, whereas the second conducting wire thickness is more. Am I right? Yes. I'll write here thickness less. Yes. Here more thickness. More thickness. Is it clear? Yes. So obviously there will be free electrons. Free electrons. Am I right or wrong, students? Yes. Free electrons. There will be the millions and trillion amount of free electrons. Tremendous amount of free electrons will be there. So no one can find that how much amount of electrons which is present there. Okay, students? Yes. Look at here. Free electrons will be there. Okay. So look at here. Consider two conducting wire. This is conducting wire 1, this is conducting wire 2. The conducting wire, first conducting wire thickness is less. Can you see this? This thickness is less. Whereas the second conducting wire thickness is more. Can you see this? Thickness is more. So thickness less, thickness more. Am I right or wrong? Yes. Connect the both conductors along with the battery. Along with this battery. Two terminals of the battery. Is it clear, students? Yes. Look at that. So conducting wire 1 also has free electrons. The conducting wire 2 also has free electrons. Is it clear? Yes. So what is the difference between the both setup? What is the difference? Yes. Here first conducting wire thickness less, second conducting wire thickness more. That is a difference. Is it clear? Yes. So apply the 2-volt potential difference in each case. Apply 2-volt potential difference each case. The first setup also apply 2-volt potential difference. The second also apply 2-volt potential difference. Is it clear? How much 2-volt potential difference? Is it clear? Yes. Look at here. What will happen next? You tell me next what will happen? When the potential difference is applied across the two ends of the conductor, electrons will start flow. Am I right? Electrons will start flow from one part of the conductor to another part of the conductor. Even here also, electrons will start flow from one part of the conductor to another part of the conductor. Yes. So whenever, note this point. So whenever electron starts flowing from one part of the conductor to another part of the conductor, there will be collision. Am I right? What is collision? That is resistance. So there will be resistance. Is it clear, students? Yes. Next, I am going to ask a question on this point. In which conducting wire the collision will be more? You tell me. In which conducting wire the collision will be more? Either the less thickness conducting wire or the more thickness conducting wire. You tell me. In which conducting wire will have more collision? You tell me. Either this one or that one. Obviously more. Is it right? No. Obviously that is first one. This less thickness conducting wire will have more collision, because look at here, because this first conducting wire thickness is less. Am I right? So obviously there will be more friction. So thickness is less, the electrons will collide with other electrons frequently, again and again. But in more thickness conducting wire has more space. Note this point here, it has more space, so the collision will be less. So electrons can easily move from one part of the conductor to another part of the conductor, because the more thickness conducting wire has more space to electrons flow. So obviously the more thickness conducting wire will have less collision. What is that? Less collision. What is that collision? That collision is resistance, already we know. That is resistance. Whereas the less thickness conducting wire will have more collision. What is that? More collision. Am I right or wrong? Yes, more collision. What is the collision? That is resistance. Is it clear, students? Note this point. Here, when the electron starts flowing from one part of the conductor to another part of the conductor, there will be collision. Am I right? There will be collision between the electrons and electrons, as well as electrons and protons, as well as electrons and other impurities, which means foreign atoms, isn't it? Yes. Here, which one conducting wire will have more friction, more resistance, which means more collision? That is obviously less thickness conducting wire, because this less thickness conducting wire has less space on this point, less space to flow the electrons, whereas the more thickness conducting wire has more space. Note this point here, space is more, due to which electrons will flow easily from one part of the conductor to another part of the conductor. So here the collision will be less in more thickness conducting wire. Is it clear? Potential difference same in both setup, potential difference same. Even though potential difference is same, the thicknesses differ from each other, due to which collision will be different. Is it clear? That's all, students. Very easy one. Okay. Yes. What is the content, sir? What is the content here? If the area of cross section is more, resistance will be less. At this point, the area of cross section, which means thickness is more. If the conducting wire thickness is more, then the resistance value will be less. If the area of cross section of the conductor is less, then the resistance will be more. That's all. Resistance will be more. Is it clear? Yes, very easy one. Okay, I'll rub this because I need some space. Okay, students, yes, look at here. Thickness is more, resistance will be less. Thickness is less, resistance will be more. Am I right? Yes. So obviously we can write resistance which is inversely proportional to thickness of the conductor. Am I right or wrong? Yes, obviously we can write thickness means what is that here? That is the area of the cross section. Area of cross section or area of the conductor, we can say that. Is it clear, students? Yes. So resistance which is inversely proportional to thickness of the conductor, or otherwise we can say area of cross section of the conductor. Is it clear? Yes. So what is it meaning, sir? Note this point. If the area of cross section increases, resistance gets decreased. This example, if the area of cross section decreases, so area of cross section increases, resistance decreases. Am I right? Yes. Next, come to this one. First one, the area of cross section decreases, resistance value increases. Look at here. So here, this conducting wire thickness is less, which means area of cross section is less, so resistance will be more. That's all, students. Very easy one. Okay, so resistance denoted by letter capital R, inversely proportional to area of the cross section denoted by letter A. So this is second formula, the second equation, not a formula, second equation. R is inversely proportional to A. Okay, first formula we have seen, what is that? R is directly proportional to L, and this is first formula. And second formula, what is that? R is inversely proportional to A. This is second formula. So if the area of cross section increases, resistance decreases. If the area of cross section decreases, resistance increases. That's all, students. Is there any doubt? You tell me. Is there any doubt? The very easy one. You don't panic. Okay, students, look at here. I'll explain in Tamil. Okay, yes. ஒரு சர்க்யூட்டில் ஃப்ளோ ஆகக்கூடிய கரண்ட் எதெல்லாம் டிபெண்ட் பண்ணி இருக்குது அப்படின்னா, ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஒன் வோல்டேஜ், செகண்ட் ஒன் ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் வேல்யூ. ஓகேவா? நம்ம இந்தியாவில், நம்ம கண்ட்ரியில் எவ்ரி டொமஸ்டிக் யூசேஜுக்கு கவர்மெண்ட் எவ்வளோ பொட்டன்ஷியல் டிஃப்ரென்ஸ் கொடுக்குறாங்க அப்படின்னா, எலக்ட்ரிசிட்டி போர்டு எவ்வளோ கொடுக்குதுன்னா 220 வோல்ட் பொட்டன்ஷியல் டிஃப்ரென்ஸ் கொடுக்குறாங்க. என்னுடைய வீட்டுக்கும் அதே பொட்டன்ஷியல் டிஃப்ரென்ஸ் தான், உன்னுடைய வீட்டுக்கும் அதே பொட்டன்ஷியல் டிஃப்ரென்ஸ் தான். ஓகேவா? இண்டஸ்ட்ரிக்கு வேறு மாதிரி இருக்கும், பட் வீட்டுக்கு டொமஸ்டிக் யூசேஜுக்குன்னு பார்த்தோன்னா 220 வோல்ட் தான். ஆமாவா? எஸ். ஸோ 220 வோல்ட்டுங்கிறது ஒரு பிக்கர் அமௌண்ட் ஆஃப் பொட்டன்ஷியல் டிஃப்ரென்ஸ். ஆமாம், எஸ். அக்கார்டிங் ஓம்ஸ்ல பொட்டன்ஷியல் டிஃப்ரென்ஸ் இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆச்சுன்னா கரண்ட்டும் இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆகும். பொட்டன்ஷியல் டிஃப்ரென்ஸ் இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆச்சுன்னா கரண்ட்டும் இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆகும். பட் நம்ம வீட்டில் நிறைய எலக்ட்ரிக்கல் அப்ளையன்ஸ் இருக்குது. எல்லா எலக்ட்ரிக்கல் அப்ளையன்ஸும் ஒரே மாதிரி கரண்ட் வேணுமா? வேண்டாம். ஃபேனுக்கு கம்மியான கரண்ட் வேணும், பல்புக்கு கம்மியான கரண்ட் வேணும், மைக்ரோவேவ் ஓவனுக்கு அதிகமான கரண்ட் வேணும், ஃப்ரிட்ஜுக்கு அதிகமான கரண்ட் வேணும், ஏசிக்கு அதிகமாக கரண்ட் வேணும். ஓகே, ஸோ எல்லா டிஃப்ரெண்ட் எலக்ட்ரிக்கல் அப்ளையன்சஸ்க்கும் டிஃப்ரெண்ட் அமௌண்ட் ஆஃப் கரண்ட் வேணும். எஸ், ஸோ இந்த கரண்ட்டை எப்படி சார் கண்ட்ரோல் பண்ணுறது? ஒவ்வொரு எலக்ட்ரிக்கல் அப்ளையன்சஸுக்கும் பர்டிகுலர் கரண்ட்டை எப்படி சார் நம்ம அனுப்புறது அப்படின்னா, பை சேஞ்சிங் த ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் வேல்யூ. ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் வேல்யூ சேஞ்ச் பண்ணோம்னா நம்ம என்ன நடக்கும்? கரண்ட் வேல்யூ சேஞ்ச் பண்ண முடியும். பிகாஸ் நமக்கு அதெல்லாம் தெரியும், கரண்ட் இஸ் இன்வெர்ஸ்லி ப்ரொபோர்ஷனல் டு ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ். ஆமாவா? எஸ். ஸோ ஒரு சர்க்யூட்டில் ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸை சேஞ்ச் பண்ணோன்னா கரண்ட்டோட வேல்யூ சேஞ்ச் ஆகும். ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் தான் என்ன? அந்த கொல்லிஷன் அதிகமாச்சுன்னா கரண்ட்டு கம்மியாகும், கொல்லிஷன் கம்மியாச்சுன்னா கரண்ட்டு அதிகமாகும். ஓகேவா? எஸ். ஸோ இதை தான் நம்ம பார்க்க போகிறோம். ஸோ எப்படிலாம் நம்ம இந்த ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் வேல்யூ சேஞ்ச் பண்ணலாங்கிறதான் பார்க்க போகிறோம். ஃபஸ்ட்டு எப்படி சேஞ்ச் பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்னா, ஆல்ரெடி அக்கார்டிங் ஓம்ஸ்ல 6 வந்து கான்ஸ்டன்ட் சொல்லிட்டோம். ஓகேவா? நம்ம அந்த கொலிஷனை சேஞ்ச் பண்ண முடியாது. பட் அந்த ஒயரோடைய ஜியாமெட்ரிக்கல் வேல்யூஸ் சேஞ்ச் பண்ணோம்னா கரண்ட்டோட வேல்யூ சேஞ்ச் ஆகும். ஒயரோட நல்லா கவனிச்சுக்கோ, இந்த ஒயரோடைய ஜியாமெட்ரிக்கல் வேல்யூ, அதாவது லென்த்து, திக்னஸ்ஸு, இதெல்லாம் நம்ம சேஞ்ச் பண்ணோம்னா கரஸ்பாண்டிங்காக ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் வேல்யூ சேஞ்ச் ஆகும். ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் வேல்யூ சேஞ்ச் ஆச்சுன்னா கரண்ட்டோடைய வேல்யூ சேஞ்ச் ஆகும். ஸோ நம்ம ஈஸியாக கரண்ட்டை கண்ட்ரோல் பண்ணிடலாம். ஸோ அதுக்காக தான் நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுறோம், இந்த ஃபேக்டர்ஸ் அஃபெக்டிங் ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸை பார்க்குறோம். புரியுதா? எஸ். ஸோ எப்படி சார் ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் சேஞ்ச் பண்ணலாம்னா, லென்த் அதிகப்படுத்தினா, ஓகேவா, ஒரு கண்டக்டருடைய லென்த்தை பேஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கு, ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் வேல்யூ கண்டக்டரோட லென்த்தை பேஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கு. செகண்ட் வந்து அந்த திக்னஸை பேஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கு. தேர்டு நேச்சர் ஆஃப் த கண்டக்டரை பேஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கு. ஃபோர்த்து ஒன்று எதை பேஸ் பண்ணியிருக்குன்னா டெம்பரேச்சரை பேஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கு. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் நம்ம என்ன பார்த்தோம்? லென்த்து பார்த்தோம். எஸ். ஒரு ஷார்ட் லென்த் உள்ள கண்டக்டிங் ஒயரையும் ஒரு லார்ஜ் லென்த் உள்ள கண்டக்டிங் ஒயரையும் எடுத்துக்கோ. எதில் சார் ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் அதிகமாக இருக்கும் அப்படின்னா, லென்த்தாக இருக்கக்கூடிய ஒயரில் ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் அதிகமாக இருக்கும். ஏன் அப்படின்னா, லென்த்தாக இருக்க ஒயர் என்ன பண்ணும், சின்னதாக இருக்க ஒயரோட லென்த்தாக இருக்க ஒயரில் நம்பர் ஆஃப் எலக்ட்ரான்ஸ் வந்து அதிகமாக இருக்கும். நம்பர் ஆஃப் எலக்ட்ரான்ஸ்னா அதிகமாக இருக்கும். அதே சின்ன ஒயரில் நம்பர் ஆஃப் எலக்ட்ரான்ஸ் வந்து கம்மியாக இருக்கும். ஸோ நம்ம பொட்டன்ஷியல் டிஃபரன்ஸ் கொடுத்தா என்ன ஆகும், பெரிய ஒயர், அதாவது லென்த் அதிகமாக இருக்க ஒயரில் கொல்லிஷன் கண்டினியூஸாக நடந்துகிட்டே இருக்கும், அதிகமாக நடக்கும் கம்பேர் தான் சின்ன ஒயரில். ஸோ அப்போது லென்த் ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் எதை பேஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கு? லென்த்தை பேஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கு. ஸோ லென்த் இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆச்சுன்னா ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸும் இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆகும். தட் இஸ் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஒன். ஸோ ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் இஸ் டைரக்ட்லி ப்ரொபோர்ஷனல் டு எல், விச் மீன்ஸ் லென்த் ஆஃப் அ கண்டக்டர். ஒரு கண்டக்டருடைய லென்த் அதிகமாச்சுன்னா ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸும் அதிகமாகும். ஓகேவா? எஸ். நெக்ஸ்ட் வந்து என்ன அப்படின்னா திக்னஸ். இதுதான் செகண்ட் திக்னஸ். ஸோ நல்லா எடுத்துக்கோ, ஒரு 2 ஒயர் எடுத்துக்கோ. இது ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஒயர், இது செகண்ட் ஒயர். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஒயரோட திக்னஸ் வந்து ரொம்ப சின்னதாக இருக்குது, கம்மியாக இருக்குது. செகண்ட் ஒயரோட திக்னஸ் வந்து அதிகமாக இருக்குது. ஓகேவா? எஸ். நல்லா கவனிச்சுக்கோ. இந்த 2 ஒயரில் நம்ம பொட்டன்ஷியல் டிஃபரன்ஸ் கொடுத்தோம்னா எதில் சார் ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் அதிகமாக இருக்கும் அப்படின்னா, ஆப்வியஸாக அது ஃபஸ்ட்டில் தான் அதிகமாக இருக்கும். எங்கன்னா ஃபஸ்ட்டில் தான் அதிகமாக இருக்கும். ஏன் சார் அப்படின்னா, இந்த ஃபஸ்ட்டு ஒயரோட திக்னஸ் பாரு கம்மியாக இருக்கா. ஸோ திக்னஸ் கம்மியாக இருந்தால் என்ன ஆகுனா, அங்கே கொல்லிஷன் அதிகமாக நடக்கும். பிகாஸ் அங்கே ஸ்பேஸ் கம்மி தான், திக்னஸ் கம்மினா ஸ்பேஸும் கம்மியாக தான் இருக்கும். அப்போது கொல்லிஷன் எப்படி இருக்கும்? அதிகமாக நடக்கும். ஏன்னா ஸ்பேஸ் அதிகமாக இருந்தால் அது எஸ்கேப் ஆகிட்டு போயிடும். அங்கே ஸ்பேஸ் கம்மியாக இருக்கிறனால கொல்லிஷன் அதிகமாக நடக்கும். ஸோ கொல்லிஷன் அதிகமாக இருந்தால் ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் அதிகமாக இருக்கும். ஏன் இந்த கொல்லிஷன் தான் ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸே. ஆமாவா? எஸ். இது செகண்ட் ஒயரில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இங்கே திக்னஸ் அதிகமாக இருக்குது. ஸோ இந்த ஒயரில் ஸ்பேஸ் அதிகமாக இருக்குது. அப்போ எலக்ட்ரான்ஸ் என்ன ஆகும்? ஈஸியாக ஒரு பார்ட்லேருந்து இன்னொரு பார்ட்டுக்கு போயிடும். ஸோ ஈஸியாக மூவ் ஆகிறனால அங்கே கொல்லிஷன் கம்மியாக இருக்கும். கொல்லிஷன் எப்படி இருக்கும்? கம்மியாக இருக்கும். ஸோ கொல்லிஷன் கம்மியாக இருந்தால் என்ன ஆகும்? ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸும் கம்மியாகும். ஓகே, சிம்பிள் மேட், ஒன்றுமே இல்லை. இங்கே ஸ்பேஸ் கம்மியாக இருக்குது. இந்த திக் ஒயரில் ஸ்பேஸ் தின் ஒயரில் ஸ்பேஸ் கம்மியாக இருக்குது, திக் ஒயரில் ஸ்பேஸ் அதிகமாக இருக்குது. அதனால் என்ன ஆகும்? ஈஸியாக எலக்ட்ரான்ஸ் மூவ் ஆயிரும். ஆனால் தின் ஒயரில் எலக்ட்ரான்ஸ் மூவ் ஆக முடியாது. அதனால் அங்கே ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் அதிகமாக இருக்கும், கொல்லிஷன் அதிகமாக இருக்கும். அவ்வளோதான், வேறு எதுவுமே இல்லை. ஸோ நம்ம எழுதலாமா? இப்போது ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் இஸ் இன்வெர்ஸ்லி ப்ரொபோர்ஷனல் டு திக்னஸ் சொல்லலாமா? ஏன்னா இங்கே திக்னஸ் அதிகமாச்சுன்னா ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் குறையுது, இதே திக்னஸ் கம்மியாச்சுன்னா ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் அதிகமாகுது. ஸோ ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் விச் இஸ் இன்வெர்ஸ்லி ப்ரொபோர்ஷனல் டு திக்னஸ் இன்க்ரீசஸ், ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் டிக்ரீசஸ், திக்னஸ் டிக்ரீசஸ், ரெசிஸ்டன்ஸ் இன்க்ரீசஸ். தட்ஸ் ஆல் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ். வெரி ஈஸி தான், ரொம்ப ஈஸி தான். ஓகேவா? ஸோ in this session we have seen 2 factors which is affecting the what is that? Resistance value. Okay students, I hope this class will be very useful for you. Remaining 2 topics we will see in next video class. Okay students, yes, thank you.